as you see, man, like I said, we back with another one. Like I back with another one. Look, we got DJ Vlad responding to Aries, man. You know they've been going back and forth, Aaron Spears. You know what I'm saying? They've been going back and forth. I've been trying to cover it too. It's been getting messy, y'all. We gonna get into DJ Vlad response to it. All right, like, comment, and subscribe, y'all.
Well, all right, man. We got the man himself in the hot seat today.
Yeah.
It looks like I had to step up to the interview spot, and now you're the interviewer.
Let's get it. Let's get it. It's gonna be a good one. It's definitely gonna be a good one. It's definitely gonna be a good one. Let's get into the content without further ado. Hopefully everybody having a blessed day. I want to thank y'all for watching. If y'all can, subscribe to the channel. And if y'all agree to anything, hit the like, leave a comment. If y'all got any questions, man, let's roll.
Everybody else is on strike. Vlad, what is going on? Is the building burning?
But remember, this channel is about commentating. So leave your opinion in the comments. No matter what it is, leave your opinion. If you think of something, drop it in the comments, man. Let's interact.
Boosie, he looked like, that's some tumultuous situation. Now, Aries Spears. Vlad, what's going on with you and the people that you have worked with for years on Vlad TV?
Yeah.
You're not paying these guys enough, man. What's going on?
Right.
Yeah, well, once again,
they pocket watching, huh? They pocket watching, Vlad. They pocket watching. They pocket watching, huh? He know they pocket watching. He know they ain't supposed to be worried about what he making and what he doing, but they pocket watching. You know why? You know why? You know why? Like, real talk. He said, why you think it's public? You try to act like he don't know. Try to act like he don't know. You know.
people want to make things public. People want to take, personal business conversations and make them public. And I've learned over time, it's better to address it head on as opposed to letting someone else run with the narrative. I learned that from you, actually.
Well, I like how the fact that I think you're the only one properly monetizing the response. So, you know what I mean? But go ahead. What's going on?
That's definitely true. I would definitely say he's properly monetizing it. And I would definitely say that I'm properly monetizing.
Aries Spears, I seen the Boosie situation. I want to update on that as well. His interview is out.
Mm-hmm.
Give me the update on the latest in the Vlad TV financial office.
From a podcast solo, no producer, no editor.
Excuse us on that, man. We're doing it. So we're doing it live, so it is what it is.
2016. And I thought Aries was extremely funny. He was witty. He had great impressions. And I just thought he was a talented dude. So we started doing interviews. And in the beginning, it was a little bit slow. And over time, it started to work out. The views went up. People got to know us. And the audience started to increase. Mm-hmm. Now, the thing about Aries, though, is that Aries would always have issues with things that are going on. So at one point—
Business-wise or just culturally?
Business-wise.
Okay.
Business-wise. So a few years ago, Aries called me and he was like, yo, man, I can't get any acting gigs because of these clips of me talking about people. Now, it's my fault he can't get acting gigs. It's not because maybe he's not a great actor or maybe he hasn't done a major movie in 30 years since Jerry Maguire. It's my fault that he's not getting acting gigs. So I said, I'm not removing anything. He wanted all the clips removed. I said, I'm not going to remove anything.
What year was this?
Oh, man, maybe about 4 years ago or so, something like that.
Crazy.
And, at one point, he stopped talking to me, stopped working. Then at one point he came back and we started doing more work together. my staff would always complain that Aries was disrespectful to them.
Really?
He would show up. At one point, he forgot his towel. Right, you see his towel on his leg sometimes because he sweats a lot because he's kind of overweight, and he forgot his towel, and he's like, "Yo, I need a towel." And Leo, my video manager, is like, "Well, here's some paper towels." Like, "No, I need a cloth towel." So he made Leo go and run to the store and bring him back a cloth towel. At one point, Aries was complaining because he needed a makeup artist. I mean, literally the only person I've ever interviewed that needs a makeup artist every interview. Every interview, but I'm like, that's cool.
Wait, he needs a makeup artist every interview?
Every interview.
Oh.
Every interview. So there's a makeup artist, shout out to my girl Candace, who comes early to do his makeup.
Okay.
And then he does the show. And I'm like, that's fine, I'll cover the cost. It is what it is. So the show continues. We're doing our thing, and I like the back and forth that me and him have. And the thing about Aries is that he lives 10 minutes away from my LA studio. And unlike some of the my more successful comedians like a TK Kirkland or a D.L. Hughley, he's not on tour as much. He's available more often, so a lot of times when I shoot, he's available. I'll hit him up a couple of days before, free Tuesday? Yeah, I'm free, and we do it. So
it's like
he's
the
just on a
convenient
lot.
chick at 4 o'clock always answers.
Yeah,
I get you.
It's convenient for me, it's convenient for him, it all works out. He's 10 minutes away. He shows up, he gets his makeup done, he gets to go out that night wearing makeup. Everyone wins.
All right, so let me ask 2 questions while I interject here.
Yeah.
Number 1, and this applies to Boosie and Aries Spears, as you talk about these fallouts. We've never heard about these.
Hey, dog, he dropped a bomb, dog. Like, them facts, though. But but at the same time, though, you benefited off that too. And it sounds like you kind of exploited it.
So we just see you guys on camera. Are you guys friends?
No, it's really more of a business situation.
Okay.
With me and Aries. We're friendly with each other, but we never really get on the phone and we talk. Like, for example, like a Michael Jai White, that's my friend. We talk a lot. Willie D, that's my friend. We talk a lot. TK Kirkland, that's my man. We talk all the time. I go with him, to people like this, and we talk about our problems and issues and so forth. And, these are people I respect. But me and Aries are really just business. We show up, and that's that. Now, over time, his appearance fees were going up, right? Because the views were going up. And maybe about a year and a half ago.
But isn't that because you build a monster? Like, if you know what I'm saying? Because you bring the guests to your platform and the platform starts loving that guest. So, they kind of get used to the guests, right? They want to see the guests more. Isn't that kind of like that? Like, and then now I pay you more? You know? No. What you think?
Videos, his clips started to go super viral on TikTok. There was these videos that me and him did together that they put these boing sounds behind, and literally I think hundreds of millions of views start happening on TikTok.
Yeah, it became a great little template right there. I think one of the ones is like where you said some extremely gay stuff.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean?
The whole gay thing became viral.
He had a good reaction. Yeah.
I've always been straight.
But watching gay porn doesn't make you want to do gay shit.
Right. But I've never watched gay porn. I've scrolled past gay thumbnails.
Listen up, parents. Want to start building generational wealth and happiness for your children in less than 10 minutes? Well, Fabric by...
That whole thing. And look, I like to put myself out there like that and let them, kind of talk shit and everything because it creates good content. Yeah. Like, I don't really have an ego when it comes to this thing. And even all the issues he had, I'm like, fuck it, whatever. We can get over that. He needs a makeup artist. I'll get a makeup artist. He forgets his towel. Fine, we'll get him a towel. Whatever, right? So at that point, the views start going up. Now, keep in mind, I don't benefit from this.
Right.
These are not my TikTok channels. These are other people's accounts.
Still promotion.
It's still promotion, but he's getting promoted more than me because here's the thing, right? And I swear to God on this. I swear that this is the absolute truth. Out of everyone that I've ever had on my show, like in terms of regular guests, I have seen Aries benefit the most because he went in the beginning from doing small comedy clubs to when our stuff started going viral and it started getting, big on TikTok and so forth, things just absolutely took off for him.
True.
He got his You know, and he talked about this on camera. The
True.
biggest show he's ever been paid for, Saudi Arabia.
This is true. Nobody's really tuned in to Aries Spears. This is definitely true. It's definitely true. It's like even right now, I feel like this the most he's been talked about in his career. You know, people don't really talk about him.
Was this the most money you ever made off a single show?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Was it more than twice you've ever made for a single show?
We're going to stop at the first question.
He did his biggest venue ever. He was doing clubs of maybe like whatever, 100, 200 people. He did a show in Connecticut with 3,000 people. He did a show in LA at the Novo Theater that I went to support. That was like 1,400 people. He's doing the best he's ever done, and I was super, super happy for him.
Okay, and I think this is where there is probably, I noticed it in his clip, he says Vlad has an ego.
He's such a narcissist.
Dude, at the end.
Mm-hmm.
And I was also listening to Boosie as Boosie was speaking as well about you. Do you feel like maybe they are also looking at it in the reverse way to say they're pretty thankful for the platform, but you're taking too much credit for their success, right?
But
Boosie has 20 years in music. You have Aries Spears. I'm not too sure about his comedy career, but I'm pretty sure
That's
he's
like 40 years of comedy
exactly.
or something.
So
But since he was gonna be like a teenager or something, yeah, like 30 something.
But then again, he might just be saying, hey, listen, when I'm having some success there, maybe some of it is tied to Vlad TV, but maybe you're overestimating it way too much.
Well, listen, I don't care if it's tied to me or not because I don't benefit from that. That's his thing. But Aries would always, I have text messages from him. Yo, bro, he did his first Europe tour recently. He's like, yo, I'm in Europe and people are running up to me, mobbing me, quoting me from our interviews. Yo, Vlad, yo, you're big overseas. Yo, like people are constantly quoting us. Yo, like he's telling me this and I feel truly happy for him. And I'm like, yo, I'm glad that something I've done contributes to his success. And he's getting paid along the way. So I feel like, yo, everyone's winning. So like, I think like a month and a half ago, he asked to raise his appearance fee again. I looked at the numbers and I'm like, cool, let's do it. Let's do it. The numbers are slowly getting better. And I'm like, yo, let's do it. Makes perfect sense. And he would say things like, yo, to all y'all haters out there who, you know, talking shit about me doing this show, I get 5 digits every time I do an interview here. I get 5 digits while y'all sit at home and do nothing.
Shoot.
I get 5 digits.
It ain't like I'm on there for free. He pays me.
Correct.
He pays me a nice 5 figures.
Yeah.
So if my choice is either stay home on a Tuesday and do nothing and earn nothing, or go sit down for an hour and a half and walk away with 5 figures where I could not make anything, what am I gonna do?
No, I agree.
I'm gonna make the money and I get to check them.
And I let him run with this story, but that was a lie.
Oh, man.
He was not getting 5 digits.
You know, it's typical hip hop. You know, you got to say you got a color TV when
Right.
everyone got.
Damn.
Right?
Exactly. Exactly. He was making 4,000 an episode,
Okay.
right? 4,000 in
Still
appearance.
pretty good. I do
Still-
want to put it
still
out
pretty
there.
good.
4,000.
Still pretty good. And here's the interesting part as we get into the Boosie part. He's doing it pretty much every month,
Okay.
right? So you talk about Boosie, you know,
Probably every other month.
every 6 months at this point,
Okay.
he's doing shit every month.
Okay.
So really, he's kind of making Boosie money, but it's just, you know, more often. So that's how much he's really getting, and he was just raised up. So then the Boosie situation happens, right? Boosie goes on live, says, oh, I'm not doing Vlad anymore because he's not going to raise me up 5,000 without any background as to how much he was already getting paid. So I do that video, I think it's at like 700,000 views or something, where I break down how Boosie was getting 25,000.
Yo, Vlad, after you did that response
Mm-hmm.
and you realized you probably made your 25,000 off responding to him, didn't you say, you know, come on, Boosie, I got you with your extra 5. Come on, Boosie. Like, you kind of you got to use those response videos, even this, as like, this is a subsequent budget for when you guys get disgruntled, I could throw a little more on the pot. Because let's be honest, like,
Nah, that's smart though, and that's funny.
they're giving, when I saw Boosie in the car, just sit there and kind of like just rant.
Well, if I'm getting 25K from Vlad,
and I'm on that motherfucker how many times a year? And now I asked for 35. I haven't been on there for seven months. How am I asking for too much money?
And he's giving you a platform, or not even a platform, but a reason to respond on your monetized platform. I was just like, this is why, you know, you're kind of ahead of the game, because they see content but not how to monetize it.
Right. So the Boosie thing happens, and the $25,000 thing gets thrown into the universe. And I remember before I did it, I talked to a few people, and they're like, oh, well, aren't you worried that some of your other guests might feel some type of way? And I said, no, because I could sit down with every one of my guests and show what their views are and what Boosie's views are and justify what I'm paying them, because I'm fair with everybody.
Okay, so you weren't trying to hide the numbers.
No. I'm fine with being transparent with people because I have nothing to hide, right? I'm fair with people. With most of the regular guests on my show, I'm the only person that pays them, period. Every other platform they go to is free, right? Breakfast Club, free. Drink Champs, free. Big Boy, free. Academics, free.
Well, you kind of create the market for yourself, though.
I did. So I don't complain about it. I don't cry about it, but that's the reality of it. So the $25,000 thing comes out. I'm out with my kids, right? We're doing like an escape room, if you know what that is.
Yeah.
Right? I'm out with my twins. We're doing an escape room, and I'm enjoying my time with my kids. So then I get these text messages from Aries. Yo, Boosie's getting $25,000. We need to renegotiate. And look at these comments. Look at these YouTube comments. I only watch Vlad TV when Aries on. Yo, Aries needs a raise. Aries is my favorite guest. He's the only one I watched. And I said, well, first of all, you just got raised up. You get nowhere near the views of Boosie. Nowhere near the views. Like, Boosie's just a way bigger figure. The shows that Boosie does are massive compared to what Aries Spears does. Like, Boosie on camera is way more entertaining than damn near anybody. Boosie's a force, man. He's an awesome personality. And on top of it, when I told him, you know, the whole thing with Boosie getting paid 25, Boosie was really getting paid 20, but then I figured out a way to get him more money by doing house tours. You see what I'm saying? So it's really 20 plus 5 for the house tour. And a lot of times the interview might not make the 20, but the house tour will make some extra money. And overall, it makes money. Me and Aries don't do house tours. And I'm like, fam, like, you just got raised up. We can't have a conversation based on YouTube comments. He's like, yo, you're not going to convince me what I'm worth. Look at these people. They say they come only for me, and you need to up my salary.
Oh, it's like a hostile takeover, huh?
And if you don't, then maybe we're done.
Oh, wow.
Oh, gave him a rough, aggressive ultimatum. You know, I mean, that's how he felt, though. He felt like he deserved more money. And some people do feel like that they're worth more money. But it could have been the timing of things, though, bro. I think it was just about the timing, about when you asked for a raise after him speaking and going through something with somebody else. So it was like you double teaming the man at the wrong time, and you just asking for it at the wrong time. So it just made it comparable and not justifiable, you know? Like, that didn't make sense. We're going to get into a little bit more of this content.
Playing like that.
I said, listen, I'm out with my kids, right? I don't have access to my laptop, to the numbers or whatever else. So I said, all right, I come home. I get in front of my computer. And I said, all right.
How much are these numbers changing where you have to like revisit them every like couple of months?
Listen, I have a whole back end.
Okay.
You know, it's constantly changing. Like, views are constantly coming in. Sometimes you don't know when an older video gets views or something. So I'm looking at the numbers and I'm like, all right, let's, you know, let me hit up Aries and let's have an actual conversation, not about YouTube comments, but about actual numbers. Because here's the thing. I can find you 1,000 comments that say, I hate Aries Spears. He's the worst guest on Vlad TV. Can I use those comments to lower your fee? You know what I mean? Because you're trying to use these stupid ass comments to raise your fees, like the stupidest shit I've ever heard of. So I get home and I said, yo, now I'm home. Let's have a conversation
We posted receipts
about the numbers. He said, cool, let's do it. I said, cool, what time works for you? At 5 o'clock. Bet. I change around my schedule. I clear my schedule out. And I'm like, okay, me and Aries are gonna have a business conversation at 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock rolls around, he doesn't respond. I said, all right, cool. Next morning, maybe around, 10:30, 11 o'clock, I hit him up again. I said, do you still want to have this conversation? You know what he said?
What?
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it,
yeah,
just
at
by
some
thinking about it.
point. He said, yeah, at some point. So it seemed like he wasn't too much tripping off of it, you know? Alcohol a motherfucker, that's what it seemed like. I ain't gonna place that on. But see, it said, yeah, at some point.
I looked at my phone and I said, I am done with this motherfucker forever. Fuck Aries Spears. Because here's the thing, right? The whole thing about
Damn, you hear Vlad? He said, fuck Aries Spears. That's what he said.
you know, that it's
Live
constantly
TV.
changing. Like views are constantly coming in. Sometimes you don't know when an older video gets views or something. So I'm looking at the numbers and I'm like, all right, let's, let me hit up Aries and let's have an actual conversation, not about YouTube comments, but about actual numbers. Because here's the thing. I can find you 1,000 comments that say, I hate Aries Spears. He's the worst guest on Vlad TV. Can I use those comments to lower your fee? You know what I mean? Because you're trying to use these stupid ass comments to raise your fees, like the stupidest shit I've ever heard of. So I get home and I said, yo, now I'm home. Let's have a conversation about the numbers. He said, cool, let's do it. I said, cool, what time works for you? At 5 o'clock. Bet. I change around my schedule. I clear my schedule out. And I'm like, okay, me and Aries are gonna have a business conversation at 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock rolls around, he doesn't respond. I said, all right, cool. Next morning, maybe around, 10:30, 11 o'clock, I hit him up again. I said, do you still want to have this conversation? You know what he said?
What?
Yeah, at some point. I looked at my phone and I said, I am done with this motherfucker forever. Fuck Aries Spears.
Hey. Dropped a bomb. Said effing. Vlad TV says effing. Wow.
Because here's the thing, right? The whole thing about having your own business and reaching a certain level of success is you get to decide who you want to work with. You get to decide how you want to spend time with the type of people that are respectful, they can have regular business conversations with you, and not people like this who are just jealous ass pocket watchers. Because here's the thing, right? There's two types of jealous pocket watchers out there. There's the broke ones.
Speak on it.
Right? And we've been there before.
Yeah.
I remember being a broke DJ and looking at
Speak on it. He's speaking facts. He said the pocket watchers. There's two different kinds. He's speaking facts right now. I ain't gonna lie.
Kid Capri and Jam Master Jay and Diplo, like, damn, they making thousands of dollars doing shows and I'm in a fucked up studio. I can't pay my bills. Like, I'm fucked up. I'm kind of jealous of what they're getting. And it's motivating me to like do something, right? I get that type of jealousy. But then you got motherfuckers like Aries Spears, who's doing better than he ever has.
Hey, he talking that shit.
Who's making more money than he's ever made in his whole career. And he's still jealous as fuck over Boosie. He's jealous of another man because he's making more money on a platform than him, even though he's making way more money ever. And it clouds his fucking judgment so bad that he wants to crash out.
Hey, he's speaking facts, but he's not turning two brothers against each other. But he is speaking facts. That is a true fact, though. That is kind of how that narrative is spinning. He hit that on the money. He on game. Vlad from the Bay, though.
He want to have a conversation. He thinks that these stupid ass comments justify his position. So I said, yo, I'm fucking done. Fuck him. He's not welcome to the platform anymore. I don't give a fuck.
No more makeup?
Yeah, no more makeup.
Oh,
I'm sorry,
man.
Candace. I'm sorry.
Jeez.
She's a sweetheart
Brutal.
too, man. Candace is so great. I kind of feel bad that we're not going to hire her
Damn, now you ain't got no job, Candace. See how it twinkled?
to do, Aries makeup. And I said, I'm fucking done. I'm not doing this shit anymore because Aries was making after expenses about half the profit, and I said, yo, I could get in front of the camera myself and make that without the fucking headache of this dumbass mother.
Or the makeup.
So
I think that's the new iteration, Vlad. I think you're starting to realize, Vlad TV, it's as much as, most platforms like yours start off.
Yeah. It's like y'all need him. Y'all need Vlad. Like, y'all gotta be more humble. It's like when you dealing with a Vlad in the act, it's like partnership. You know what I mean? Like it's promotion. You need that. Especially nowadays, like the stream is so important. The streamers are so important. It's bigger than music, bro. You bigger than musicians, bro. Real talk. They're responsible for a lot of musicians' careers.
Even if you're off camera, you're pretty
They're
much
making more money than a lot
on
of
camera
musicians.
in terms of you're part of the conversation. It's not just asking questions.
Right.
It's an ongoing conversation.
there's an art form to this.
It's an art form, like you said, man. Like, comment, and subscribe. Definitely, if you made it this far in the video, man. God bless. Real is rare. All praises due to Allah, man. We gone. See you on the next one. That's for sure. But we gonna keep it rolling. Just give me 1 second. But we gonna keep it rolling. Give me 1 second.
What happens next, right? All this happens, and I said, I'm fucking done with Aries. Like, you're not going to see him on the platform again.
Do you tell him this?
No, because when he said, when he sent me the text, and I'm like, we still having the call? He said, at some point, I said, LOL, okay, cool, I'm done. I'm not texting him anymore. I'm not following up. Fuck him. I'm cool. But since this is a private business conversation, I'm not going to say anything. If people ask where Aries, we just got busy. He on tour, whatever else. This is a private business conversation. But then Aries decides to make a video, which you actually posted and you commented on.
Yeah.
Right? And this is what I found funny about this video, right? And he confirms everything that I'm saying, right? When you watch that video, everything that I'm saying is
lines up.
It lines up. But he says, yo, the reason I need to get paid is because, they say that all of Vlad's favorite guests are gone now. Boosie's gone.
Yeah, like, which was like kicking man when he down, I guess he thought he was doing.
Godfrey's gone. Lord Jamar's gone. Lord Jamar's not gone, by the way. He's been on my show twice, in the past year. Me and him still talk all the time. Tony Yayo's gone. Tony Yayo's coming in tomorrow.
Oh, shit.
And see, I'm the last person left, and if I leave, then no one's going to watch anything on the channel. I'm the franchise player. Like, I need to be paid more just for that.
Vlad pays me to be on. And
he's probably mad that you said that, because then everybody else wants to get paid.
No, he pays people.
Everybody? He pays?
Yeah, but we all get different pay. So people have said, yo, the most popular guest that Vlad has on, Lord Jamar, Tony Yayo, Godfrey, Boozy, and Aries.
You have CalFresh, Medi-Cal, or SSI. You may qualify for a free iPhone 11, plus up to 10 gigabytes.
Wants the max. Give him the max.
So let me, and here's another stupid-ass, concept based on comments or people in his ear. Here's the reality based on the actual numbers, right? Let me name you all the people that get more views than Aries Spears consistently.
Well, he basically said he's one of the backbones that helped build this and kind of held it down.
Lots of
basically
people.
The franchise player at the point.
Right, but here's the thing. He thinks that he's the top producer on the channel. Now, he's on more often because he's convenient.
Does
but
the
in
numbers
terms of
match?
people, and for me, it's easy, right? Because a lot of people are on tour or whatever. I could have other people on more often, but I like the conversation with him. But on a per interview basis, he is not one of the top producers. Let me name you people who consistently get more views than Aries Spears.
Let's see the list.
TK Kirkland, DL Hughley, Faze on Love,
Oh, wow.
DJ Academics,
I'm here.
Whack 100, Tony Yayo, who's going to be here tomorrow, Freeway Ricky, Gilbert Arenas, Michael Franzese, Tekashi 6ix9ine. These are all people that get more views than Aries. Aries is mid-tier, but he just thinks he's bigger than he is because of TikTok clips and because he's on more often. And here's the thing, right? If he thinks he really is a franchise player, go to his podcast on his YouTube channel.
Like 700
Have you
views.
seen it?
No, I found the video there. It was like 700 views.
700 views.
Someone else pointed me there.
Yo, you are the big franchise player. You're the draw. You're the reason why people get memberships and all that. And yet on your own channel, on your home turf, you can't break 3,000 views.
Well, I've said this to you before. You kind of create a market versus yourself. And I say to the guys who are complaining or they're trying to negotiate at this point publicly with you, they can't come back with another offer from anyone else that would match it.
Because nobody
that's
pays
the problem,
him.
right?
Nobody pays him.
If you're paying him $4,000 and he says, hey, you know there's this place that's trying to give me $7,500.
Go do it.
To kind of have the same
Black hole. You suck with them views.
conversation.
Go do it.
Listen, I like rocking with you. Can we just up the money? You would probably think about it a little bit more if there's competing, right?
Well, no, because I'm going to think about it as profit and loss. And at the end of the day, my time is valuable. Because here's the thing, right? Aries, I'm the franchise player. I'm the reason why the lights are on in this place. But yet, when you do your own platform, you flop every single time.
So you're saying he's not LeBron James, he's Bronny James.
What I'm saying is that the success of Aries on Vlad TV is not just because of Aries. It's because of Aries and Vlad doing the interview, right? You've seen the new Boosie interview. It doesn't quite kick the same when you got some random person asking questions.
There's a lot of interjections that were missed.
Right. That's the whole thing, right? It's Aries and Vlad and the interactions. All the viral clips aren't just Aries ranting. It's what I'm saying and then him responding and so forth. It's the platform. It's the 6.5 million subscribers that took me 20 years to build up. Right. It's the lighting. It's my camera crew that I pay top dollar to create this type of environment. It's my sound guy that cleans up the sound. It's the promotion engine behind what we do. It's not just him. It's a whole thing around it. And I fuck with him, so I let him be on this and I work with him on that. And I spend the exact amount of time. Matter of fact, I spend more time than him working on these projects. I still have to manage my staff, and I pay him up front, and I take all the risk. And his stuff gets demonetized constantly. Do I ever go to him and say, yo, man, I didn't make 4,000 on this last video. Can you just deduct something next time? No, I just take that loss. So that's the thing, man. And the thing in life and the thing in business,
he grinding.
It's not just about talent. It's about talent and being able to work with people, by being respectful. Like, Aries has a long history of people I know that don't want to fuck with him because of situations like this. But I still did it. But when you look at where he is, he should, talent-wise, he's at a Kevin Hart level. He's at a Cat Williams level. But because of shit like this, he's a mid-tier comedian. And that's the whole thing of it, man. It's like I tried to have an actual conversation, but you can't have a basic level of respect with me after everything we've done. When I put more money in your pocket than anybody, when I've given you more promotion than anybody, you can't even have a phone call with me because you're so fucking jealous. You're so blinded by jealousy for another man that you know is better than you, but you're still so fucking blinded by that you're gonna crash out. So honestly, fuck Aries. He's not welcome to the platform on any level, and I am completely fucking through.
I do have one pushback. I don't think he's necessarily jealous of Boosie.
Okay.
I think he's...
The conversation started with him talking about Boosie.
Yeah, but so it's not him saying, well, Boosie isn't necessarily worth that or whatever. I think sometimes with the people you're working with, when they come and do an interview, they don't even know that, oh, this is a platform that would be paying out $25,000 for a person. So it's you. It's not Boosie. They're looking at it to say, well, if he has the budget to pay out $25,000 for an appearance fee, and I'm getting $4, he could probably bump me up to 6.5, and he probably won't break a sweat. He's paid, his ceiling is 25. So the quote unquote jealousy that you're speaking of is basically saying, well, they have a budget here. It's like they look at you like a record label, right? If you see someone else gets a $2 million budget for their album, it's not that you're like, hey, he doesn't deserve it. You're like, I'm going to go there too, and I'm going to try to get my $2 million, right? Or at least close to it. So perhaps they're kind of looking at you, and they didn't realize that money was flowing like this, So they're looking at Vlad, and they're like, this is big baller Vlad now. Vlad's looking good. What's on the wrist? Vlad's flexing on him now. And I think they're starting to realize maybe, maybe this pie could get sliced up a little bit different where they feel like they're getting a little bit more. Or perhaps because Boosie was, having that renegotiation with you, they feel like, they feel like they're not doing anything if they don't try to renegotiate as well.
You could have a renegotiation with me. In fact, when I got home and got in front of my computer, I said, cool, we could have a conversation and maybe we could move things around a little bit. That was my intention. I can't have a negotiation with you when I'm on my fucking phone and I don't have access to any of my analytics, right? Because it's a conversation about analytics. So we could have had that conversation. We had a meeting to have that conversation. But Aries wants to act like a fucking diva and blow off the meeting and then say, at some point I'll talk to you? Motherfucker, at no point will you talk to me. Seriously, at no point will you fucking talk to me. This is a bridge that I'm burning the fuck up. Seriously. We could have had conversations like this. And you know something? I've had other guests have conversations with me like this.
Since then?
No, just in general. People always, when you get an appearance fee, like, yo, we could always talk about it. And sometimes I'll be like, cool, I'm gonna bump you up. Sometimes like, yo, I can't bump you up. Sometimes I'll bump people down. There's people that I paid 10 for, and it's like, yo, I'm not making any money off 10. Like we're breaking even on 10. Let's down to 5. And people are like, cool, I get it. I get it.
Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe so you can get the notification bell. So you can get every time I drop it. We up out of here.